This video will show you how to replace the oil pressure switch on a Ford Edge with a 3.5 liter engine. This will be accessed from under the front of your vehicle. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. To gain access to this, we have to make our way under the front of the vehicle. Now while we're under here, we can see our engine oil pan, we can see our engine oil filter, and our AC compressor. The oil pressure switch is going to be located up inside this area, close to the AC compressor. You could try reaching up in here. It's a tight space. It's easiest if you remove your oil filter first. Now keep in mind there will be fluid inside of this area. Unless you're planning on replacing the filter, you want to be very careful not to damage it. We have our collection receptacle hand and eye protection at all times. To remove my engine oil filter, I'm just using a medium-sized oil filter wrench. Start turning this counterclockwise. Now we have access to our oil pressure switch. Let's go ahead and remove our electrical connector. This will have a locking tab. Just go ahead and squeeze it in and pull it out of place. Once you have it disconnected, of course, a quick inspection for corrosion. If you see any, it needs to be taken care of. We'll use a 21 millimeter to start removing this. Keep in mind, there could be oil in this area. We have our collection receptacle under here. Prior to removing it, let's just make sure we clean up around the mounting area so no miscellaneous debris makes its way inside of the engine. It's broken free. Let's go ahead and remove that. There it is, friend. Now, one more quick wipe in this area. When we clean this down, we're making sure nothing makes its way inside of the engine oiling system. This is important. Since this is open, I'm only using a clean rag, no detergents. I don't want anything making its way inside the engine. Now it's time for installation of the brand new oil pressure switch. We'll take this and start it in by hand. We need to make sure we do not cross-thread it into the wrong positioning. Once you have it started in, just go ahead and start snugging it. The torque for this would be 159 inch-pounds. Now, since there's minimal space to be able to gain access with a torque wrench, I'm only using a small ratchet. I'm snugging this down. You're going to find that it does not bottom out. We only need to screw it in approximately half the amount of threads on the sensor itself. Of course, there is sealant. This looks good, so let's continue on with our electrical connector. I've got my connector. We're lining up our locking tab. This can be pretty much in any direction. Press it in, audible click there. Make sure it's secure. Now, since I have removed my engine oil filter, the next thing I like to do is fill it with 5W20 oil, assuming you have removed it, and I'm going to use a gloved finger to make sure I coat the sealing ring on the filter itself. Before we bring this into position, let's make sure we clean the base. We're coming all the way up towards the engine for this, just a quick wipe with a clean rag. No detergents here. Let's go ahead and get this oil filter in place. We're going to spin it by hand till it bottoms out, and then we'll continue on with an engine oil filter wrench. Now that I have this bottomed out by hand, I'm just using my wrench. I'm going to turn it just a little bit further here. We just want to make sure the filter is seated. Double check to make sure it's secured. You do not want this loosening up while you're driving down the road. One last quick inspection in this area will clean up any mess and make our way out from under the vehicle. The next thing that we need to do is check our engine oil level. To do this, you want to make sure you start the vehicle. Run it for approximately 5 to 10 seconds and then turn it right back off. You're going to wait for another 30 seconds and then make your way back out here so you can check your engine oil level using the engine oil dipstick. Now I've run the vehicle, so I'm going to go ahead and check this engine oil. The first thing I do is pull it out, we'll give it a quick wipe, and I'm going to show you at the very end here. Now as I look at the dipstick, I can see where I have two small dots, and in between those two small dots, I have a hatched area. This is where the engine oil level needs to be at, pretty much anywhere between these two dots, preferably up near the top dot. If it's lower than the lower dot, add some. If you've added some and it's above the top dot, you need to remove some. Pull this up and out of here. Now, as I look at the engine oil dipstick, I'm looking at the hatched area, and I'm at the perfect level here, right at the very top. Let's go ahead and wipe this down. We'll reinstall the dipstick. Okay, friend, we finished our installation and added oil. The next thing we need to do is go ahead and double check for leaks. We're going to close the hood and then take the vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.